Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Welcome back to another Market Open live stream. OMG. Oh, I've been sitting and chatting in the course member chat all morning, for like the last hour and a half, and I am dead tired because Jack woke up at 3:45 screaming, and I'm like, "What are you screaming about?" And he's like, "Kevin, what's happening in the Ukraine?" Okay, half of that is true, half of that is not true. But ah look, the last thing the markets want right now is the potential that we are pricing in armed conflict in the Ukraine. Now, do we actually expect the United States to go to war with Russia? No. But is it possible that, when diplomats are now being suggested to essentially leave Ukraine, and people in the Baltics are freaking out, and NATO's deploying, weaponry to the Baltic regions. Is it possible now that markets will suffer more under the weight of this pain and uncertainty? Yes, much more so than I previously thought. I'm trying to get this stupid camera to focus too. What's wrong with that one? But anyway, look, when I previously have been studying this Ukraine conflict in Crimea, and that I didn't price in that much pain for the stock market for this Russia thing. Hold on one sec. Come here, you stupid camera. What's wrong with you? But anyway, now I think I have to price in. Oh, there we go. It worked. Now I think we have to price in a little bit more uncertainty, unfortunately, for the Russia disaster. This just sucks. I mean, we're gonna look at the sticks here in a moment, but it's not good. I mean, and I know by now you know that I'm out, but I'm looking for opportunities to buy back in, right? I am 5%, and I think this is so important. Honestly, I think everybody should have this on their Twitter byline. Is how much percent short they are. I'm 5% short. But I did make a tiny crypto play. Well, I mean, it wasn't really tiny, but as a percentage of the portfolio, it was less than 5%. Anyway, I made a crypto play, and I set a stop loss before going to bed. And I am so freaking happy I did, because I woke up and I got stopped out, but I saw it was down way more than my stop. And I'm like, thank God for stop losses on trades. Like, one of the most critical tools if you're trading. You can make a trade. How are you supposed to know that all of a sudden Biden's considering sending troops? How are you supposed to come up with that crap? Anyway, stop losses, okay? Whew. Anyway, let's oh gosh, I haven't even had food yet. Oh well, I'm on like 3 hours of sleep. I think I went to bed at like 1, or like actually fell asleep at 1, and now and then woke up at like 3:45. So I guess that's even less than 3 hours. But anyway, we'll be fine. Everything will eventually be fine, I suppose. All right. Let's take a look here. It right now, and this is I don't know if it's because of retail numbers or what, but I do think it's possible that some folks are traveling over to retail stocks as a method of protection, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Let me see here. Stop loss. Don't send troops. Yeah. Oh no, Biden has a unique history with the Ukraine. Stop. You can always rely on those sort of comments to make you smile. Oh man. Okay, sorry. We got to focus on what's going on here. There are some of my I forgot to even turn off some of these early morning alarms because, well, I'm already up. But anyway, as you can see, futures are quite brutal right now. But not only are futures quite brutal, individual stocks are looking quite brutal. So what do we got here? We got the Dow down about a third, S&P down about 0.66. You know what's interesting is I did a stock screener of the short interest of Dow stocks. Every single Dow stock is under 3% short. They're all like under 2.5%, I'm pretty sure. I think one might be a tiny little higher, but it's incredibly low. Yeah. S&P down 2/3, NASDAQ down 1.12. Oh my gosh, it actually, I mean, just in the last 20 minutes while I was getting the stream ready, it went from like 0.7 to this. Hold on a sec. Let me see what I've been looking at. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, wait. No. What? That is so confusing. Yeah, the little investing. Well, so which one's right? Hold on a second here. Look at this. This is the investing.com app, and it has US tech down 1.15. Oh, it's falling more. Look at the time. See how that says 5:26? Folks, holy crap. CNBC is delayed. It's getting worse. The SPY's now down basically a full percent, and NASDAQ's down 1.5%. Wow, I did not know that. I mean, it says it right there. But yeah, CNBC is 10 minutes freaking delayed. So you thought this was bad. This is 10 minutes delayed, folks. Holy crap. Oh no. Okay. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Hut 8 mining's down 14%. Oh, Coinbase is at 169. Oh my gosh. I'm getting chills. Matterport's at 950. Oh my gosh. Tattooed Chef's going to be the next SPAC under 10. Oh my gosh. Even SoFi's back to 1292. Oh. I want to see how the lines are doing on the minute here. Are we trending down more? Tentatively, that appears to be the case. Thanks, foolish investor. Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is, right? I think I changed without even realizing it. It's one of those things where you just have to kind of like self-acknowledge, like, yeah, okay, now I'm trading. Oh well. Anyway, okay. I had to stay focused here, and I'm so dead. Jack screaming in the middle of the night is not fun. And yesterday, for anybody who cares, yesterday was Max's birthday. He turned 4 yesterday. That was cool. Okay, what did I freeze here? There we go. I think I did for a sec. Oh, there we go. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So one of the things that's interesting to me is what's green right now, other than this ticker called the VIX, is Macy's. And so I think this is really interesting to me, is that it seems like you have like potential. Either some really good earnings came out or something. Let me see here. I don't think so. But I honestly, I don't know why, but retail here is kicking butt right now in terms of Macy's and Nordstrom. Personally, I think there's a chance there's a little bit of a flight to safety that people see in Macy's and Nordstrom, which quite frankly sounds insane. Like, could you imagine anybody in 2022 saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to invest in Macy to flee to safety"? Yeah, it would have been a good investment. but still, like, it's just not what you would have thought. So I'll pull up the back end here. Let's see what we got. ZQEY. I think I should from now on also just pitch whatever the headline is on this. It's ZQEY. I don't think that really means anything. Most of the time it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Anyway, Max is the one who is unvaccinated, was COVID positive, had no symptoms, and his explanation was he punched it. All right. So, all right, let's keep looking at these tickers. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, little bit of calm in the last minute or two here. With the exception of, Hut 8 is still in pain, 14.15%. That's nuts. Matterport 7.65 so far pound here. Wow, this is a lot of pain. Robinhood, oh my gosh, 1220. Tesla, Tesla's under 900. It's at 890. Oh, The problem is right now there is such a dirty confluence of bad news, and I suppose this might help answer Zachary's question. There's such a dirty confluence of bad news right now because you have this first of all, every bit of good news is just going to create opportunities for other people to get out. This is a psychological phenomenon. And I know, I look, even though I sold my portfolio, psychology still matters, okay? When we have market rallies and we consistently have these little rallies that get sold off, which we've had for the last 8 weeks, why does that happen? You got to ask yourself. Here, and I will depict it visually because I think that helps. Okay. So let's say somebody bought BTC for $35,000, right? And right now BTC goes to, I don't know what it is right now, 33,000 or 32,000. It doesn't really matter what it is right now, right? Let's say it falls to that level. What happens when you get a little rally? Well, when you get a rally and the price of BTC goes back to 35K, well, that could signal to somebody else who's like, wait a minute, this doesn't just go straight up. You know what? I don't even know why I bought BTC. Let me just get out at a break even. Break even thresholds are really, really important for people because they provide a consistent stream of sellers. And unfortunately, until that consistent stream of sellers stops, you can continue to see convictionless rallies. That's just the psychology of the market. And unfortunately, we are in such an environment where we are just being flooded with bad news. Not only do we expect, and I know some people are like, oh, maybe the Fed will U-turn. The Fed doesn't U-turn because the stock market's down, 4% on the S&P or 6% or whatever. The Fed don't give a crap about 6%. The Fed thinks assets are overvalued. They're not going to U-turn. So you got Fed sadness. This is the hawkishness. You've got now the Ukraine disaster. You have the supply chain fears with Omicron. And you had some retail slowdown at the beginning of January. Anyway, you combine even just these three things, and you got big issues, right? The Fed hawk because with the expectations of rates going up and tightening. But folks, on top of this, you got CPI. Look, what if we got? I mean, I don't believe this. I really don't because I do still think that at some point inflation will go down. I don't know when. I've given up on when. I was definitely wrong about the end of last year. So I've given up on when. And I mean, it's not an excuse. I think it's reality. I think Delta screwed that up. I think if we didn't have Delta, CPI would have kept falling because it was falling in the summer. Everything was going according to plan. But then you get hit over the head with Delta. But anyway, this is bad. This is all bad. And so the reality is, I think a lot of people are throwing their expectations behind earnings. And so you've got a lot of folks that are like, oh, but Kevin, earnings are going to be great. I mean, look at Tesla. Tesla had the greatest beat ever. Come on, folks. The Tesla deliveries are the good news part. What more good news can there be? I mean, unless they're announcing like a $25,000 car or something crazy, which maybe they will, and that'd be wonderful. But the good news has already been given to us. The earnings report is the leftover bad news, like the leftover reality. I mean, last time we had a big margin beat on earnings, and so it was rare, but we actually rallied. But I mean, that's like a 1 or 2 out of 8 times that Tesla rallies after earnings. And all it's going to take is Elon Musk going on the conference call going, yeah, I think we might end up going into a recession in Q1 or Q2, but certainly by 2023. If he says that, come on, man, he's just going to tank the freaking stock. No, I don't know. I'm just saying. One thing that I like about SARK. So in case you're not familiar with SARK, SARK is an inverse ARK position. So basically when ARK K, it is ARK K, when ARK K goes down, SARK goes up. So let's just fact check this here. SARK right now in pre-market is positive 4.3%. ARK-K is negative 4%. So it's possible that there's like a 5-minute delay or something in that, and they're not going to be exactly perfect. But basically, the nice thing about SARK is you're paying about I think it's 80 basis points in an ETF fee, and I'm not an expert in swaps. Honestly, I am a complete idiot when it comes to swaps. I understand the concept of swaps, but not much more beyond that, okay? I just want to be fully transparent. So the beauty, though, about swap contracts is you are not paying the theta decay that you would have on puts, like if you bought options. And you are, I do believe that swaps contain some form of interest rate premia. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I do believe that is substantially less than what you were likely to pay on short margin. So in other words, I do think there are benefits to using SARK over put contracts and over, what am I trying to say, shorting directly. So with that long explanation, I do think there's a benefit to having SARK in a portfolio. This is not financial advice, but like, quite frankly, it probably makes more sense to have a put on ARK than it does on the QQQ. I'm on the QQQ. I gotta listen to my own advice. But at least I'm transparent about that. That's one of the things I always like to do is just like, sometimes I just follow my intuition and it's right. Sometimes I don't follow my intuition and then I'm mad that I didn't. And then other times I follow my intuition and I'm wrong. But like, the thing is, I always believe this. If you follow your gut and you're wrong, at least you have nobody to blame but yourself. If oh, there we go. Get rid of that display name. If you listen to somebody else and you blindly copy somebody else, well, then you're always going to feel bitter because you never take responsibility for your own moves, right? Anyway, right now it does look like you can see it here. QQQ is worsening right now. I'm a little nervous about the day chart because take a look at the day chart. We plowed through this freaking trend line. And this was a serious trend line that we had on QQQ for a while here. Not only, we broke the 100. Breaking the 100 was a joke. Let me see. That the market did. Oh, there we go. I disappeared for a second. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's easy too. I honestly don't even know. Do we have any moving averages that we're? What about? Let me try EMA. So, in case you're not familiar, the EMA is the exponential moving average, and one of the benefits of it is more responsive to recent, drama, so to speak, than past. The way it's weighted. You're weighting recent data more than past data. That's just a quick, easy explanation. Yeah, the moving averages is just crap right now. It doesn't even freaking matter. Let me go back to turning on my simples. Yeah, that's ugly. That's ugly. What about the 200? Let me turn the 200 on. Let's do one more. I'll just make this the 200. There we go. Oh no, we're at the 200. We're past the 200 now too. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, that's really interesting, Zachary. If you look at the map, the land Russia is taking and the land China is taking will return them both to pre-USSR standing. Fun facts. Yeah, I like how you put fun in quotes there. Yeah. Don, first of all, love the profile pic. Second of all, yes, This is the market kicking and screaming at the Fed. Look, here's the problem, okay? Let's do this. I don't know if they said it in this, but I'm going to look. Valuation. Maybe they didn't. Is the search function not going to work? Asset purchase. The federal, what I was looking for, and they've said this recently and frequently. Maybe it wouldn't be in the minutes. Maybe it'd be in the FOMC statement. But anyway, what I was looking for was the Fed talking about excessive valuations in markets. And unfortunately, when the Fed does that, I don't believe they are. I don't think they care. Oh, yeah, here you go. I don't think they really care about a little sell-off in the market. If anything, that's probably good for them. Okay, take a look at this. The staff noted that asset valuations, here we go. The staff noted that asset valuations remain generally high relative to historic norms, while equity prices continue to increase, supported by strong earnings expectations, not actual earnings, expectations, right? Still low treasury yields and a high risk appetite. The Fed does not like that. The Fed does not like high valuations and high risk appetite. If anything, Jay Powell's waking up right now going, whew, good. We want the market to sell off a little bit. Here's another time they mentioned this. A few participants emphasized the importance of maintaining strong bank capital positions. A few participants also cited a number of factors representing potential vulnerabilities to the financial system that included elevated asset valuations prevailing widely across asset classes. Okay, so in other words, a risk to the financial system is when prices are too high, because obviously the higher prices are, the more they can fall, right? I did say this. That is so funny. Oh, why is this not working? Hold on. I don't know why I can't put this person's comment up. I really want to. Anyway, oh, there it is. Okay. When you did the FOMC meetings live stream, meeting minutes live stream, you said you're a fool if you don't sell anything. This was 2 weeks ago. I'm so glad I did. Thanks, Kev. I wish, see, that's one of the times I really wish I just listened to myself. Because that, it brings tears to my eyes, not just not thinking about myself, but thinking about everybody, because the minutes were so bad in December, so bad. I have in my 15 years of studying the Fed never seen something that ugly. It's the most disgusting minutes I've ever seen. But anyway, these include elevated asset valuations prevailing widely across asset classes, the growing exposure of banks to non-bank financial firms, and the risk of sudden reduction in liquidity of collateral at clearing firms. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a bigger thing is just mentioning that part of this is asset valuation. I mean, I don't want to be Mr. Fudd. And that's what I got called when I did the minutes there, but whatever. Hey, look, the good news is there's a slight little green little tick here. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see here. I do want to see, I'm kind of curious to see what gold spot is right now. Oh, look, Tesla's recovering a little bit. We've seen all this crap before. Look, all these little fake rallies are just opportunities for people to get out. Like we talked about a little bit earlier on the stream. And I think that's a problem. Let me get gold spot quickly. Gold spot. Yeah, margin has been falling the last 2 months. It fell 2% and then 1%. But again, it's still 66% higher than where it was in January of 2020. So margin's still substantially elevated. We can look in a moment. Okay, so gold right now I think is at about 1836. So it's ticked up a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to buy gold. Sorry, Steve. But anyway, what was I going to look at now? I have no idea. I literally was just going to look something up, but I whatever. Anyway, yeah, all of these little fake rallies. I'll tell you over and over and over again. These little fake out little rallies just get sold. All right, let's go to BTC USD. Oh yeah. So I know I have a lot of lines drawn here. BTC is probably my most liney. Liney, that sounds like whiny. Let me go to the 1 hour. Here we go. So this is the 1 hour on BTC. And see, I was really nervous when we were in this like no man's land. I really thought that yesterday when we had futures that we would break the 36,368 or the 36,2 line. And we were on a trend to breaking. I should have waited for confirmation here. And we started breaking down to our lower support level, which is kind of where we'd been riding. And it wasn't until the Ukraine disaster this morning that this happened. And so right now it looks like we're kind of on the road to going to 32.9. Oh, I'm sorry. That's where we hit. We hit 32.9. I have a support line drawn at 32.6, and that's on a candle wick there. Let's look really quickly at the NYT here, because they've got news on this here. I mean, this is bad. Like, nobody wants to wake up to this. I don't even know where that's a picture of. I mean, it's a picture from Shutterstock. But anyway, this is not great, right? U.S. orders family members of embassy staff to leave Ukraine. You know, why do I feel like this is a picture of Call of Duty? You know, with like you in the snow environments, you always put on the white clothing. Anyway, it's terrible. The State Department on Sunday said that it has ordered family members of U.S. embassy personnel in Kiev. No, is that Kiev? No, this isn't. Is that how you say Kiev? Kiev. No, this is some. It is Kiev. Oh, okay. All right. That's just probably the Ukrainian spelling. Anyway, some people here saying it's fake propaganda. It's possible. Kiev. Thank you, Stephen. The embassy will remain open for now. The State Department also cited the possibility of Russian military action, keeping its travel risk advisory at 4. Visa processing will continue. I think one of the interesting things is right here. Biden, I mean, it's the headline. Whether you believe it or not, whether it's fake propaganda or not, matters a little less than the way the market will react, right? Biden weighs deploying thousands of troops to Eastern Europe and Baltics. So I think it's worth just throwing up on the maps, just like Baltics. So look at where the Baltics are relative to Russia. You can see that here on this right one. So you're bordering. And like Latvia, for example, is a member of NATO, and you're literally right next to Russia, right? So there's always this talk about, oh, you know, Ukraine can't be in NATO because it's right next to Russia. Yeah, it can be, because now Ukraine's probably not going to join anytime soon. But you know, you've got here. No, I just want to tag Russia here really quick. Where's the word Russia? Oh my gosh, it's way up here. There we go. So usually if you click it, it outlines it. That's not doing that. Russia. Okay, maybe I'm losing my mind. I was hoping it would throw up the border for me, but that's okay. You could see the border right here, this gray line. But anyway, so here's Russia. And Latvia's a NATO member. What about, I don't know, Estonia, NATO? Oh, Estonia became a member of NATO in 2004. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. So you've got NATO members right here. And then really the drama's happening here, probably along this border. Yeah, it's terrible. Anyway, Biden weighs deploying thousands of troops to Eastern Europe and Baltics. President Biden is considering deploying several thousand U.S. troops. What, from Afghanistan? Sorry. As well as warships and aircraft to NATO allies in the Baltics and Eastern Europe. Warships? Where are you going to put the warships? Up here? I guess so. Yeah, I guess you could put them along here because you've got St. Petersburg over here. And so I suppose the theory would be if you had warship support here, you could launch aircraft or missiles. Okay. Jeez, man. It's too early for this crap. The move would signal a major pivot for the Biden administration, which up until recently was taking a restrained stance on Ukraine out of fear of provoking Russia into invading. But as President Putin has ramped up his threatening actions towards the Ukraine and talks between America and Russian officials have failed to discourage him, the administration is now moving away from the do not provoke strategy. Can I do one thing here? Can I just throw this up really quickly while we talk about Putin? I think this is appropriate. I don't know. Can somebody tell me if this is inappropriate? I think it's appropriate. Here we go. All right. So while we talk about Putin, this is what we need to do. Okay. There we go. All right. So Biden is expected to make a decision early this week. He is weighing the buildup as Russia has escalated its menacing posture against the Ukraine, including amassing, holy crap, I did not know that, 100,000 troops on the border? Oh my gosh. Dude, 100,000 troops. How many, what was like the peak that we had deployed to Afghanistan at one point? Like when we, Operation Iraqi Freedom. Let's try that one. I want to see how many troops we sent to Iraq. Oh my gosh, folks, look at this. Operation Iraqi Freedom was 67,700 boots on the ground with 15,000 Navy personnel. If I add that together, that's 82,000 troops for Operation Iraqi Freedom. Okay, apparently, Putin has more than 100,000 troops on the border. Holy crap. So Steven here says, I just read 1 to 5K, not 100K. With that, I think Biden's thinking 1 to 5K. I think Russia has 100K. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. That's insane. On Saturday, Britain accused Moscow of developing plans to install a pro-Russian leader in Ukraine. Even I mean, this is going to end up being like I mean, it could be, and I hope not, but it could end up being something like a blitzkrieg, honestly. If you remember World War II, Germany invading Poland, where it was just kind of just like roll the tanks in, and within 48 hours it was over. Honestly, to some degree, that was kind of what happened with the Taliban in Afghanistan. Just like, we're rolling in. Okay, we've taken over. I mean, I hope not. I really, yeah, I don't know. And I'm not a military expert. I just want to be crystal clear about that. Yeah, anyway. So far, none of the military operations being considered include deploying additional American troops to Ukraine itself. Biden has made it clear that he is loath to enter another conflict following America's painful exit of Afghanistan. Right. But recently warned that the United States could throw its weight behind an Ukrainian insurgency should Putin invade. Oh my gosh. The discussions come as the State Department ordered all family members of the embassy to leave. I mean, like, let me ask you this. How would you feel if you were working at the embassy in Kiev or Kyiv? I'm never going to get this one right. And then they're like, hey, your wife and kids, send them on a plane. You know what? Women and children first. Please get on the lifeboat. Like the Titanic. That doesn't feel good. Meanwhile, you got Putin. Okay, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much Putin. Okay, there we go. I gotta get rid of this now. Jeez, man. My customer has son in the army. Stated his son was getting deployed to Ukrainian front. For those paying attention since before yesterday, it's obvious this is happening. Wow. Are you, Kevin, are you talking about the U.S. Army or which army? I'm assuming Ukrainian. But I just want to be clear. I live in Sweden, and they are also sending troops to the Baltic Sea. Holy crap. Near Gotland. No, that's in Sweden because Russian battleships are close. Are you freaking kidding me? Gotland. How am I supposed to read? Oh, go land. Okay, sorry. Okay, so here, whoops. Sorry, I gotta clean up this desktop. This is kind of killing me. But in case you're wondering what one of these is, somebody asked me any plans for the weekend, and this is what I put in Discord. I don't know. I just hate having a little messy desktop here. Let's just. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's quite interesting. So Gotland's right here. Okay, that is really interesting. See, because I was thinking that this would be the area to deploy in for U.S. military, because they potentially to back up NATO allies here. But this makes sense. But oh my gosh, are you serious? Sweden? Wow. Ay ay ay. Anyone from in the Ukraine in the chat? Somebody was in someone in the course member Discord was talking about, which I have up. Somebody in the course member Discord was talking about how they live in the Baltics and they're nervous about possibly having to leave. Yeah, I don't want to hear about being bred for war. Let's see here. Your video lives forever on my son's iPad. Oh. No, are you serious? Okay, I did not know that, and I don't want to at all ever come across as echoing what Putin said. And for me to call it something that would be like a blitzkrieg, and apparently Putin said that, I am sorry. That was very unintentional. I will be transparent. I kind of evaluated the severity of this Ukrainian threat to markets. When will people like Saki be in the trenches of Ukraine? It's easy to call for war when it's other people's kids. That's a good point. My younger brother is in the U.S. Army. He has gotten word to get your gear and be ready. They are restricted to a 30-minute radius of base. He slipped Friday and said he was packing to be ready. Wow. I hope it's all just fear. I hope it's all just fear mongering and what. Yes, this is true. I said 5%. I was wrong about that. There was a terror attack in Germany, Heidelberg. Really? That's terrible. I've been to Heidelberg. Oh, wow. Gunman dead after shooting at University of Heidelberg in Germany. Come on, man. A lone gunman injured. And that's actually rare in Germany, a gunman. Usually it's like, I hate to say it, but it's like lorries or other crazy things. A lone gunman injured several people in a shooting in an auditorium at the University of Heidelberg in southwest Germany. Wow. That's horrible. Young man, he was dead. Cannot determine a motive. This is a breaking story. That's terrible. Gosh, come on, man. What's happening to a freaking world? It just makes you want to stay inside. Loose lips sink ships. White House briefing at 11:30. That okay, well, yeah, we got to cover that. Hold on, let me look at that. Is that let me verify quickly. You can go to C-SPAN and usually see the president's schedule of public events. And C-SPAN, Let me see here. I don't have that yet. I believe you, but I don't see that on the itinerary yet. But they could be late on that. Maybe that was just announced or something. But this is obviously something to pay attention to. All right. People forget Kim Jong-un and Trump drama. You mean Rocket Man? Sorry. We got Max had his birthday party yesterday, and we got him a rocket ship as a piñata. I thought it was bittersweet seeing Max destroy the rocket ship. Let me just say. All right. Anyway. Okay. So. Yeah, somebody mentioned that about Nano Dimension and their market cap actually being less than their cash on hand. That I think is very, very interesting. We're going to look at that in just a second. Doesn't mean they can't still sell down more, but you know what? Let's look at it right now. Nano Dimensions investor relations. Kim is probably watching this. I can never go to North Korea or China. I'm sorry. It's probably not going to work. Unless I've just gotten to the F it stage. I don't think I'm going to get there at any point in time soon. Okay, SEC filings, please. I could just go to the SEC website, but... Oh, there we go. Okay, Q3 report from November. All right, so here's Nano Dimension. I'm not a big fan of 3D printing, FYI. I think it's great for one-offs and tests, but I don't actually think it's spectacular for what's it called? Mass production, which is the opposite of what the CEO says. Anyway, holy crap. How do they have $1.1 billion? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, they have like no liabilities. I will say the guy is shrewd. You know how they have this much money? Well, actually, something happened over the last year. But one of the things, and actually I think I know what it is. This CEO is very, very, very smart. You know why? Because when Nano Dimension became a meme, this CEO, every freaking opportunity, raise money, dilute shareholders, dilute, over and over and over again. And everybody in the meme community hated it. They're like, what the hell, man? Every time it goes up, this guy dilutes. And I have to say, in hindsight, probably the smartest damn thing the guy could have done. He knew the momentum movement was temporary. Look at the Nano Dimension stock. NNDM. He knew it was temporary, and he propped their balance sheet up with $1 billion. Holy shit. Look at this. It ran to $18. Yeah, this is it. This was when the movement was. Look at that. From October 2020 to February of 2021. And then look at this statement here. The last cash balance was 2020, September 30th, right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at it. During the momentum movement, they literally went from $42 million on their balance sheets, folks, right here at the bottom. They had $42 million. By December, they had $600 million. And today, they have $1.2 billion. What? Wow. This is like, okay, hold on. And is he like Israeli or what is he? Whoever, it doesn't really matter what he is. I'm just trying to remember. I mean, he's either Persian or Israeli or something like that. Whoever he is, freaking brilliant. CEO of Nano Dimension. Yoav Stern. Why does that sounds more like Turkish? Yoav Stern. Where is this guy from? I don't know why it matters. I'm very curious, though. Oh, somebody says he's Israeli. Okay. That makes sense. From the name. Okay. All right. Anyway, brilliant freaking guy. Yeah, you're right. It is more Jewish than it is Turkish. But anyway, I was close. I got Middle East. Okay, I was close. But anyway, all I could say is freaking brilliant. That's it. Like, hands down, this guy gets the smartest CEO award of the last year. And nobody freaking gives this guy credit. Absolute freaking brilliant. All right. Enough fawning over Nano Dimension. Let's go see what their market cap is really quick. What the hell? Look at it. Look at it. Their market cap is, it doesn't even make sense. Their market, and that's what's crazy about this market, is to some degree, the market doesn't make sense. $806 million is the market cap. They have almost $1.4 billion in current assets. Smart. No, actually, I don't think what he did is manipulation. If anything, a momentum movement is manipulation of like the Nano Dimension stock price, right? Because at no point should Nano Dimension have been worth that, what it was, right? And the CEO's like, fine, if y'all gonna do that, I will do what's best for the company. I never invested in Nano because I personally think it's not good. Like 3D printing. Well, I already explained why I don't like 3D printing. You can rewind a little bit if you want to see why I don't like it. Because they have access to open. Russia can't. Somebody here says Russia can't send naval forces from one warm water port that they have because access to the open ocean is controlled by U.S. allies. Ancient history, but Russia sent their forces from St. Petersburg, had to go around Africa when they finally made it to Japan. Japan crushed them. The troops sent through Serbia also got crushed. It's super difficult for Russia to send troops out of anywhere due to their geography, but that same geography protects them. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that in the course member chat here. My birthday's in 4 days, by the way. I will no longer be in my 20s in 4 days. It's really weird. I asked Max if he was happy that he turned 4, and he's like, no, I want to be 3 forever. All right. Let's see how some other things are moving here. Okay, so HUD 8, from when we last checked, has declined again. It is now down to down 16%, folks. And it is at $4.05 or 50 cents. You've got Coinbase holding on to about that 170 level. Oh my gosh. Matterport is now at $9.40. AMC is at $16.45. That is true, Don. He was smart. His moves created long-term value for shareholders. That cash should create a floor value. Yes, he could buy back shares. I agree with you. I completely agree with that. That would be, I think that would almost be the fair thing to do. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's with the news today? Arnold Schwarzenegger involved in 4-vehicle crash in Brentwood. But that sounds like that was yesterday around 4:30. Anyway, hope he's all right. All right. I'm sure he'll be back. Anyway, so Shift Technologies down right now to $1.80. Neo, oh my gosh, Neo's at $25. Oh, whoa. Oh my gosh. I thought under 30 was a bargain. I didn't buy it, but I just looked at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, Neo under 30 again. Corsair Gaming, 6.4%. Oh, it's a bloodbath. Oh my gosh. EXPI 23? Dude, Tesla? What Tesla's at, what is this, 8? 893. 893 for Tesla. What's green? Just Macy's? Yeah, basically Macy's. Purple. Well, purple's been a dog. It also looks like we're seeing a little bit of a continued. Oh my gosh, Ethereum's at 2164. Whoa! Look at that. Look at that ride on that 25 resistance line here. People still don't believe my TA. The elephant in the room. Yeah, ProShares Ultra, the VIX up 12% in pre-market. Yeah. Dude. VIX has been one hell of an investment. Oh my gosh, 14. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. So we are at wow, on the 7-day chart, we are down 33% on Ethereum, down 22% on Bitcoin on the 7 days here. Whole 37 on Cardano. Somebody says game over if this doesn't hold. What stock is that? What's ES? Oh, is this the? Are you looking at the SPY 4311? Somebody just posted this. Let me look at the SPX. I don't know. Webull doesn't show that. Anyway, I'll just go to SPY. Oh, look at that. We're breaking the 200-day moving average on the SPY now. That is worse than what we saw before the election. Holy smokers. Look at this. Hold on. The last time we dropped below the 200 was the crash of 18 when we ran on rates. Oh. Wow. Crash of 18 broke the 200-day. March of 2020 broke the 200-day. Nothing in this recovery has broken the 200-day with the exception of today. Oh. No, I don't think Weed Maps is crazy. I don't know about their valuation, but I actually thought their business model was good. The problem is a lot of people were betting on cannabis expecting that Joe Biden would do something. Just let that sentence sink in for a moment. I'm sorry. That just offended probably 50% of people, but I said it. I'm sorry. I'm just going to go back to my sticks now. So, all right. Let me go back here. I just want to see what the market talk is. The good news is League is out for RuneScape if anybody is playing League. I really wish I was. Like, this is painful. Somebody says, LMAO, you offended like 3% with the Biden joke. Oh, it's bad. Stop. Oh my gosh, the jokes are bad. All right. Okay. So I'm going to read out a little bit here. Wreckage in speculative tech land continued on Friday. Well, today's not Friday. Today's Monday. The sell-off has been worsening lately and getting a lot of attention, but the truth is that the market boom has been fading for a long time, almost a year now, in fact. Much of the crypto/meme stuff peaked last February and has been steadily down ever since then. This is apparently born in the performance of retail traders. Okay, I literally hate to say this, but I have purposefully been watching retail trading data, and retail, everywhere retail is not, is plummeting, and it's particularly in small caps and in what's it called? Well, small caps are not seeing retail, but then also anything that was meme or momentum. So that's not terribly inaccurate. We are getting a bounce on the S&P 500 right now. This is honestly insane again. I at this point, I think people are just not going to believe me. But I've always had this 430. Well, maybe not always, but at least for the last 6 months, have had this 430 line here drawn on the S&P 500, and we literally just bounced off 430.58. Like you can't make this up. The TA freaking works. So, dear all people who say, oh, if you draw enough lines, the TA works. Can we please just zoom out for a moment and tell me all the lines that I have drawn here on the S&P 500? I literally have two. One is a crappy purple line that I don't really believe in, but could have a soft bounce off. And then the other one is the 430 line. And it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, that is insane. That is insane. Yeah, BTC. Somebody here says, "Wow, BTC, great store value." Yeah, no. BTC is a speculative investment. Yeah, I don't think it's a store of value, and I don't anymore think it's an inflation hedge. I do think you can make money off of it, trading it. Somebody's asking how I could be sad when I don't have money in. Well, because I just lost money this morning. I got stopped out of my BTC trade. So, like, I had a trade and I lost money. So I'm not, you're not alone if you lost money today. I did too. So we just have to be really, really careful in this market because every rally's a lie. Like every little rally I see is just a lie. And that's a very jaded POV, but it's been 8 weeks of every rally being a lie. And quite frankly, what I was just reading from the suits about, like, this is kind of, they're basically saying, Kevin, this has been happening since February. They're not wrong. It's been a very, unless you were like just invested in passive index funds, which I'm not going to poop on, they've done well. I don't think they'll continue to do well, but they've done well. It's been tough. Like the ride in tech has been white knuckle. It's been quite white knuckle. All right, let me see what else the suits are saying. God. Futures deepen. Slide as risk off accelerates. Rising geopolitical concerns as Russia-Ukraine tensions escalate. Big tech firms from Alphabet to Microsoft are falling ahead of the bell, while WTI crude is down as well, and crypto losses are deepening. Eyes are on tech earnings later this week. The New York Times reported that President Biden, wow, it's actually the NYT who broke the story. I didn't know they broke it. That Biden is weighing deploying troops to Eastern Europe and the Baltics. Yeah, that's going to include somewhere around up to 5,000 troops. For those of you just now joining, we've kind of gone through this in relative detail earlier. But 5,000 troop deployment to the Baltics to beef up NATO allies, which do border Russia. What is very unnerving to me is that, according to the New York Times, okay, just pause to let that sink in for a moment. It's New York Times, so there's maybe a slight little grain of salt. And I'm not going to go into this. Anyway, 100,000 troops are deployed by Russians, which when about 20 minutes ago we compared the troop deployment by America of Operation Iraqi Freedom, we had 67,000 foot soldiers plus 15,000 naval troops. That is less than what Russia allegedly has sitting next to the Ukraine. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Okay, so it looks like the retail is moving up, like Macy's, Kohl's, and Nordstrom because there's talk about a Kohl's takeover. I briefly saw some news of that this weekend, but I didn't pay attention to it because I'm just not really involved in those stocks. But let me see if I can understand this a little bit more. Okay, so Kohl's. Okay, takeover. Okay. Kohl's shares surge as takeover offers emerge from suitors, including Sycamore. Sycamore is willing to pay $65 per share for Kohl's. Oh my gosh, that's a 39% premium to the $46.84. Wow. I think we're going to see more of these mergers and acquisitions as prices fall. No. Damn. Yes, this just a crappy market other than those few. Okay. Anyway, geopolitics aren't the only thing weighing on equities. Another bearish call for U.S. stocks came earlier from Morgan Stanley. Uh-oh. Okay, let me look at this bearish call. Okay, here we go. One after another, stock market bears say their calls have finally been vindicated. Oh, okay, so these are bears. So take it with a grain of salt. Morgan Stanley's Michael Wilson is the latest to claim his warnings were spot on. The strategist, who has long been a skeptic of the rally that pushed the U.S. equities to successive records, says Monday that January's rut, quote, fits nicely with his so-called fire and ice narrative, according to which markets were set for a drawdown amid tighter monetary policy and decelerating growth. If anything, the retreat has further to go, Wilson and his colleagues wrote in a note, borrowing against the Game of Thrones, borrowing from Game of Thrones to warn that winter is here. Oh, great. You know, there was another Goldman note from another Goldman analyst this morning. It may have been actually this weekend, but the Goldman analyst noted that this is not the beginning of a week's rotation. This is the days of a multi-quarter rotation. That was not great. Not good at all. Could sanctions stop Russia? Who knows? Yeah. Bitcoin gives a worrying read on risk appetite. Declines in U.S. stock futures appear to have slowed in Monday's session. That could tempt some to believe that sentiment has improved in the near term. But Bitcoin is sending a worrying signal. It's down nearly 5%. It's down obviously more now. This was from about 3 hours ago. That's interesting. Jeez, man. Disaster. All right. Let's go back to the sticks here. We've got about 6 minutes to go to the open. All right. Rate traders signal doubts on Fed riding to their... Oh, see? There's a lot of people on Twitter this weekend are like, oh, don't worry. The Fed will see that the market's falling and they'll come to the rescue. Well, earlier in this live stream, and I was talking to course members about this as well. But anyway, the Federal Reserve in their last minutes made it excessively clear that one of the big risks to our financial system are excessive valuations and the fact that equity prices continue to increase and that right now we have very high risk appetites. And they actually see that as a negative catalyst that you don't want to create a bubble, right? You kind of want to stop a bubble before you create a bubble. John David here wants you to sign up for my courses using the coupon code linked down below, which the coupon expires January 28th. So thank you, John David, for donating $5 to say that. I'm just kidding. That is like totally the opposite of what John David said. John David actually says you're 100% wrong. The market will turn green after Powell talks and you're spreading FUD, causing people to pay for it. Sorry, dude. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not think J Powell is coming to your rescue. I don't think so. When this is what the Fed is talking about, I do not believe they are coming to your rescue. It's literally in black, white, yellow, green, and red right here in front of you. Anyway, so the suits are saying right here, interest rate markets remain resolute in anticipating that the Federal Reserve will plow on with increasing borrowing costs, even as riskier assets tumble globally and geopolitical discord ramps up. Precipitous declines in U.S. stocks and other risk assets have historically given pause to policymakers, giving rise to the notion of the so-called Fed put for American equities. But this time around, bets on benchmark hikes this year are intact, even amid the current tumble, which has seen the technology-heavy NASDAQ slump 12%. So in other words, the rate markets do not believe that John David John is correct. What must it be like to have 3 first names? It's kind of cool. I wonder if you'd go for like the nickname, like JDJ. No, I don't like that much. Anyway. All right. All right. Let's see what's going on. So in terms of indices, I am trusting this a little bit more than the CNBC indice now. This is the investing.com app, hashtag not sponsored. Oh, gosh, my shoulders are killing me. I actually went to the gym. Deadlifts, squats, shoulders hurt. Anyway, Dow down 1%, S&P down 1.41%, NASDAQ 1.64%. Not as bad as what we've seen before. Slight itty-bitty little bit of a recovery there. But let's see how individual stocks are feeling. And I think this open is going to be very fascinating. I think I've answered this like 17 times, but I'll answer it again. I was not margin called or forced to sell. Never margin called. No margin call. I do think reducing margin is a very smart idea, though. All right. Okay, so Hut 8's no longer down 16%. It's only down 15.5%. I don't know if that's any consolation. Dwack is down 9%. Tattooed Chef is at 11.44. I mean, we got a crap load of stuff down in that 7, 8, 9% range. Rivian's down 6.9. It's at $60. Matterport's at 9.65. That's actually a little bit better than the 9.40 we saw. So we've seen a little bit of a recovery here in just about the last 10 minutes. Tesla also, whoa! Look, I've got this 880 line drawn over here. A little bit of a recovery off of that. It did recover about five minutes before that, though. S&P trying to recover. Maybe I hope it rallies at the open. I really do, because I think the pain is excessive. But I mean, look at this. Google is down 3.27%. Oh, that's actually not good for the S&P potentially rallying. Google is rotating down towards the open. Apple is mixed. What about MSFT? It's Microsoft. Yeah, it's rotating down as well. See, if it rallies, it's going to trigger sales. I agree with you. If it rallies, it's going to trigger sales. Well, let's see what happens. Oh gosh, 10 seconds. Oh, this is stressful.
Not necessarily want to go to war to save Ukraine.
No, we're not, but the question is what the fallout is or what other things occur as a result of it. The sanctions and the movement of gas and the economic toll to Europe and all those kinds of issues.
Going down.
Wait, I mean, the oil to 150. Look, I think oil goes high. I've been saying that. You didn't need this.
It's ticking down right now. We'll see what happens. This is the spot. Look at this. This crap is like 80 to 90% red. While we see the sticks mature, I do want to just quickly respond to this question here. Do you have a response to Jeremy's video on me? Yes. In fact, I mentioned this yesterday. I also called Jeremy yesterday. I completely respect his video. I have nothing bad to say about it. And I think he makes very valid points. He's not, and I clarified this with him. He's not correct about, and a lot of people have this issue. He's not correct about the Bill Ackman thing. I think the disgusting thing about Bill Ackman is going on CNBC and talking crap about the market while not saying you're $1.2 billion short. He went on CNBC pretending to be buying the dip. He was buying the dip, but he was buying the dip with profits from shorts that he still had open, right? That I think is scummy. I want to do everything in my power to be always as crystal clear as you, to the point where I've even updated my Twitter bio to say I'm 5% short the market. Like I just never want somebody to think that like I'm short and I'm not telling you. I always want to disclose that. I am short the QQQ right now. I wish I was short ARK. Honestly, I should have shorted ARK because ARK's down 5% right now and the QQQ is down 2%. And I honestly, I thought about shorting ARK. Oh well. Look at SARK today. I do think that SARK is one of potentially the better ways to short ARK because you're not paying options premiums and you are what's it called? Anyway, I explained this earlier. I don't want to go through it again. I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, let's see how things are moving here. Okay, so Macy's is actually pushing a little bit. I cannot believe that Ubiquity keeps going up. Like this is the one tech company that just holds on. Yeah, sorry if I sound tired, by the way. I was up at like 3:45 this morning chatting with course members, and we were talking about all the news breaking and stuff. Jack woke me up, and then I looked at Bitcoin, and then I woke up. Like my heart sank, and I'm like, oh, oh jeez, man. I'm like, oh, I'm up. I don't even need the coffee. Oh man. Although it does look like Ethereum's recovered a little bit here because Ethereum wasn't it down at 31? Or I'm sorry, 21? Yeah. See, it was down at 2160 is as low as it got here. And oh yeah, look at that. So Ethereum's recovered a little bit here. But again, and ADA back over $1. But again, these little rallies, they seem to consistently create the opportunity for people to get out. Okay, well, SPY's trying to recover. So that's good. Let's see if we're getting that on ARK too. ARK, a little unclear. Oh, Tesla's recovering. Tesla's got a nice little recovery here. Yes, it is possible to get a margin call if you're using options as collateral for sold puts, because your underlying account value could fall. Usually, you don't actually like. It's a good question. I'm trying to understand how to explain this. Yeah, I don't know. It depends. If that's the only thing you had and you had the cash to secure it, but the cash was, I don't know. Now I don't know. My suspicion is yes. Anyway. Okay, so let's see how things develop here. What? Oh my gosh. All right, let me see here. So, what's Enphase doing? Okay, Enphase is actually popping a little bit. So off that 118 number, look at that barcoding in pre-mark. So Enphase pumping a little bit. How about Carnival? Carnival Cruise Lines is popping up a little bit too. No, I don't have Tesla calls. I bought and then sold. That's why I have this spreadsheet on my holdings. I don't have any Tesla options right now. Here's Nvidia. Look at that, getting rejected at 229. I don't even remember when I made this line. Wait, is this a Fibonacci I drew? Oh, I drew a Fibonacci on Nvidia. Whoa. That's crazy. How about Solana? How's that one doing? Sol USD. Okay, Solana recovering a little bit here as well. Okay, so that's good because it's really been hitting the Fibonacci's. Let me quickly see what the suits are saying about the open. It does. I mean, things are slightly recovering here at the beginning of the day. Slightly. I hope they recover more because it's just so painful for folks. M Live blog. No news there. Okay, we talked about the doubts that the Fed is going to come bail us out. Agree. And stocks sink and risk off. Okay, let me see this. We already knew that. The S&P extended its monthly slide, which is set to be the worst since the onset of the pandemic. The tech-heavy NASDAQ also underperformed. Big names like Apple and Microsoft due for earnings in the next few days. Haven currencies like the Swiss franc and Japanese yen outperformed on growing concerns over the Russian military action against the Ukraine. Swap markets showed a 0.25% rate increases priced in for March, and close to a full percentage point increase is priced into the market for the whole of 2022. That would be about four hikes. Okay. But again, it did look like at least the SPY was starting to recover. Let's see. Yeah, it's struggling. Yeah. Okay. Peloton's actually up. Peloton's up like 2%. Oh, look at that red candle on Tesla. It just ran up to like 905, 915, and then right back down. See, I'm telling you, folks, it's the convictionless rallies. Every time you get a pump, it lets somebody else dump. Matterport. Okay, Matterport's pumping a little bit. It's almost back to $10. Okay, it's back to $10. Palantir's moving a little bit. So there's definitely that buy the dipping happening again. The question is, if we buy the dip in the morning, is it going to sell off at the close? And I hate saying it, but I think institutions are going, oh, yes, retail is buying the dip. Whoa. And then they buy with retail in the morning. And then they dump like 2 or 3 hours later, robbing retail. And then it ends up going down more. How much for you to pop that Mario? Its slight movements are creepy. I didn't even realize. Oh, that is too funny. I did not realize. Come here, Mario. Max would kill me if I popped Mario. We actually put him in here because Jack was trying to pop him. Oh, it's too funny. Anyway. Okay. So we are recovering in Palantir, Etsy, Affirm. These guys are recovering a little bit. Matterport, Palantir. What about Neo? How's Neo? Neo's still sitting at $25, but it's trying to get to 26. Corsair's down 6%. SoFi is at $13. See BTC. Hey, there we go. BTC recovers a little bit here. Good. Somebody here says, I took the liberty of dumping risky tech on the dead cat bounce. Well, unfortunately, I think that's what a lot of institutions do. And again, just be careful because the rallies that we see now in early morning are very frequently the rallies that are sold later in the day. I hope not. But, I mean, the lesson of the past 8 weeks has been it's all a fake out rally. Man, this is brutal. Okay, so volatility's up at 33, folks. 33 on the VIX. That's usually a buy signal, honestly, when you get such a high VIX. Steel Dynamics, I think they didn't they report today? I think maybe they reported this morning. Let me look, actually. It's possible. Steel Dynamics was rumored to potentially be the supplier of the Cybertruck steel. Steel Dynamics. Let's see here. Okay, so Steel Dynamics. Okay, while I pull up Steel Dynamics, remember there's a link down below for the programs of building your wealth. We will be having our course member live stream, of course, before the market close. We do those every day the market's open. You can go back and forth on talk about the market. So Steel Dynamics. Oh, they report later, or maybe tomorrow morning. Let me see. Who reported today? So this morning we had Halliburton, Royal Phillips, Bank of Hawaii. Okay, later today in the aftermarket. Oh, we get IBM, Steel Dynamics, and Logitech later today. I see. Logitech's at night, though, which is kind of lame. But IBM's at 10 minutes after close. So we'll be able to see that. All right. Googs recovered a good chunk here. This is good. That'll help the indices move up. So Google was down about 3% in the pre-market, and when we opened, nice recovery here. Look at that. You're back to only down 1.7% here. QQQ is the one that's struggling. QQQ is trying to recover, but it cannot keep it up. The SPY is doing its best. Tesla. Oh, man. Tesla's rotating down more now. It's down 5.8%. Wow. Rivian's down a whole chunk, too. Proterra's down 8%. Nia, I mean, all the EVs are getting smoked. It's not like if you picked one and you're sad that it's down, it's all of them. Look at SoFi. SoFi's rotating down. I'm telling you, I hate saying it, but it's the dead cat bounces are what the institutions are doing to rip people off. They bounce and then they rip people off, and then you get screwed. You get left holding the bag. It's so effy. I just got a trading view notification. Enphase moving down 3% in one bar. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. Insta sells, man. Lucid only down 1.6. Look at Lucid playing the rubber band, man. The rubber band, man. You know, it's odd, but Macy's is being treated as like a flight safety to some degree now with this Kohl's acquisition. Honestly, see, you're nailing it. Okay. Days like today make me literally just want to go crawl up in a hole and play like RuneScape or Mario or Luigi's Mansion with Jack. Honest, I might do that. I might end this live stream, and when I end this live stream, I want to just go ask Jack if he wants to go play Luigi's Mansion, because this sucks. Am I wearing the Luigi shirt today? No. Anyway. Someone here says they put $3,000 into crypto since January. It's down almost 50%. Most of it went to ETH. Average price of 3,400. Would you recommend to sell? Well, I can't make recommendations for individuals. It is a risk asset that has more downside, unfortunately. Yeah, there actually is school today, but he doesn't leave until like 8. I think his school starts like 8:15 or whatever. Well, never mind. As I say this about Macy's starts rotating down. Thank you, Vinny. Touche. Anyway. So HUD 8, not down as much as it was. It's down about 10%. AMC is actually doing worse. AMC is sitting at almost 11% down. Rivian almost the full 10% down. Root, just when you thought Root couldn't go any lower, it's down at 1.72. SoFi down 9.35. Let me see what other news we have, because I know there's some other. Oh my gosh, is the Nasdaq now down over 2%? I think it is. QQQ. And then hold on, there's breaking news here.
Welcome back
supposedly.
to Squawk on the Street. Rick Santelli here live at CME HQ with breaking news. Some of the first PMIs of 2022, and they're not pretty. January preliminary market PMI manufacturing 55.0. That's the weakest, going all the way back into October of last year, sequentially following 57.7. On the services side, 50.9.
Oh!
That is the weakest since June of last year, and sequentially following 57.6. And finally, the trifecta of weakness, the composite PMI at 50.8, the weakest since June of last year, sequentially following 57.0. We see interest rates are slipping a bit. They probably will now slip a bit more. Squawk on the Street will return in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I am here because they.
Okay. Well, you'd think that potentially that those bad readings on manufacturing and services would be something that would motivate the Federal Reserve to chill the F out. It's very unlikely to. I honestly think it's very unlikely to. And I'm, I don't want to sound like a bear. I just think the Fed has switched hawkish, and it's going to take a lot more than a month of to get the Fed to U-turn. Thank you for the $20 donation on the Titanic video. Honestly, I feel embarrassed to say, but I've probably watched the Titanic video about 50 times. The edit on that, and yeah, that's all. It feels like a complete waste of time, but I can't stop watching it. Which also, just so you know, if you are blocked from being able to see that, it's because I got copyright claimed, which I knew I would. It's fine. It's just the video is not monetized. But I also post, if for whatever reason you can't see the Titanic video, you could look at my Twitter feed and you could watch it there. It's not blocked on Twitter or TikTok. Although nobody cared about it on TikTok. It didn't do well on TikTok. Whatever. TikTok's a weird world. Okay, so, dude, how is Arrival down 14%? Come on, man. How can it get worse? How can it just... Oh... Arrival stock. What's the market cap now? Oh my gosh. 2.54 billion. It's literally straight freaking down. Oh, if you don't know, you downloaded a VPN just to watch the Titanic video. If you don't know what the Titanic video is, go to Twitter. Just watch it on Twitter. Go to my profile. Scroll down to this right here. The real reason the stock market and crypto are sinking. This is what you're going to want to watch. I won't play anymore so I don't get in trouble. Anyway. Wow. Down 15% now. It keeps going. It literally keeps going down. Upstart is at $81. Oh, what? $81. Dude, look at what this stock has done. Oh my gosh. It's gone from the 80s when it had that crazy earnings once to $400 on the craziest momentum trade since the momentum days. And now it's at $81. AMC is now down 12%. Look at that initial rally at the beginning here just to sell off. Cardano going back under $1. Oh, look at the TA. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, but TA don't work. Oh my gosh. That's 3 times in this live stream today. We have looked and just been blown away at some of the bounces. Oh, but it don't work. Jeez, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Tattooed Chef. Oh, my gosh. Down 11%. Wow. Neo. Oh, come on, man. Oh, my gosh. Neo's at 24.43 now. When did Neo whoa, whoa. We are all the way back to the October 2020 levels here. Oh my God. Ugh. Okay. What are the indices doing? Are they getting better or worse? Oh, the SPY just broke through. Ooh. Okay, that's not good. QQQ. No, that's not good. Tesla. Oh my gosh. Tesla's at 858. Oh, scheisse. Now, how is Tesla down 9%? Holy crap. Oh my gosh. It's a bloodbath. How is BTC not down more? Because everything's rotating down. Okay, it's rotating back down. That makes sense. Yeah, I think the VIX is probably absolutely insane right now. Yep. 33.63. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hitting a high of 35. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot to talk about in the course member live stream today. I might have to start it early. I don't know if I can. I have to check my schedule, but oh man. This is nauseating. Let me see what the suits are saying. All right, let's see here. Earnings season ain't gonna bail us out. I really don't think so. Oh man. Investors are trying to balance risk off markets with the expectation of a hawkish Fed as they face front-end loaded treasury supply ahead of Wednesday's Fed meeting. Geopolitical concerns and a stock swoon could make that process a bit easier today. Blah, blah, blah. Investors find it difficult to envision Fed Chair Powell being even slightly dovish after the Fed's pivot in late November, early December. Yep, I completely agree. I do not think Powell's going to care about the sell-off. That will make it difficult to hold treasuries in the long term. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. So what are yields doing right now? Let's take a peek at this. Matt's going into his nuke bunker. All right. Let me see yields. So bonds, treasuries dip ahead of Fed meeting. I want to see what the break evens are doing. That's most important to me. So, but quickly here, it looks like the 10 years at 1.72. Okay, fine. But what about break evens? Let me pull it quickly. 10-year break even. Because that's an inflation expectation. I should probably do the 5-year too. It's usually a little better. 5-year break even for inflation expectations. Okay, 10-year break even down. Yeah, that means inflation expectations rotating down. Yeah, I want to have a video game party instead of this. This just blows. Ugh. All right. Let's look again. Let me listen to what Kramer's saying for a sec.
Much business with certain fulfillment operations. And that made it people say, well, wait a second, maybe I'm in Etsy and that's wrong. And maybe I'm in this whole universe of companies where you buy things online and they're buy now, pay later, and that's wrong. But Shopify had been a leader, and obviously now people are saying, what do I pay for that? And these are the problems, is what do I pay? And I'd rather be in a company where I know what I should pay, which is, say, under 20 times earnings with good growth. And then it's like, wow, that stock went to 1,000, and it was all just raise price target. So that's the problem.
Yeah, we did get an upgrade of a firm out of Stevens. They go to equal weight. They think that maybe the GMV guidance is good.
I thought that was a great piece because they had to sell. I like that. They go to Holden and they have the opportunity to go high. Max Levchin is CEO. I think he can do a good job. And against that, you have like a Coinbase where you're now just down. And if Bitcoin bounces, it's a win.
What's on tonight?
We're going to figure out where the Bitcoin bounces.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, it's Ethereum. Got a good take.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the Titanic video, Jim Cramer makes a special appearance as the violinist on the Titanic because everything's okay. Tesla trying to come back here to a relatively soft support level here. I'm not sure if we're going to bounce off this or if we're going to be able to break through it. I do think that 880 is a relative. Let's see, when I draw a purple thin line is soft. Somebody here says, after watching Kevin's live stream, I'm going to sleep and watch movies all day. I literally feel the same way. It's not a cheery kind of time, but the idea of doing that actually sounds really good. Like comforting. Anyway, Solana, Ethereum, BTC, SHIB struggling here. Still got about a 11% decline on SoFi. You gotta be kidding me, man. Gotta be kidding me. Rivian down 11.6, Proterra down 9.9, DWAC down 8. Tiny little recoveries here. I cannot help but think these are just fake bounces. Oh my gosh. How is Robinhood at $12? Oh, Vlad. Get it together. Enphase down about 6%. Oh, it gave up all of the beginning rally of the day. Palantir is still down about 6%. Beyond Meat back to 58. That was one of the leftover floors, folks. And when I say floor, I mean scaffold, because they all got destroyed. Let me see if anything is left on the floors. This is my sheet from December 16th. Well, I certainly know lemonade ain't over 40, but let me see what it is right now. Oh, lemonade's at 26. 26.84. Oh my gosh. That's bad. DocuSign, their price to book is pretty cheap. Lemonade, I think it's only like 2 times or something like that. DocuSign is at 111. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. How about Cloudflare? How are they doing? $85. My good Lord. Has Matterport 962. Carnival Cruise Lines. This hasn't gone back to its scaffold level, has it? Oh, it's getting there. We have a scaffold level for Carnival Cruise Lines at 1780. It's right now fallen to 1886. Whoa, Nvidia is at 220. Oh my goodness. How about PayPal and Square? How are they doing? Why is it? Why do I can't believe, and I wonder how he's feeling right now, but I can't believe that for some reason it literally just popped into my mind was Donald Trump going, if Biden gets elected, you're going to see a crash the likes of which nobody has ever seen before. Like, that was a terrible impression, but it's the best I got before getting another cup of coffee. He's got to be feeling good about himself right now, Trump, even though it's kind of like cheering at misery, right? That's crazy. Anyway, and I'm not trying to get political. I'm just like thinking, I don't know why it popped into my head. It just did. Toast is at $20. Oh my gosh. Wow. Let's go Peloton. Wow, Peloton's actually up 6%. Thank you, Faded Polo. No, oh my gosh, dude, 19% on arrival? How? These companies are going to go bankrupt. Like, okay, here's the problem, folks. Some companies rely on the stock market to stay alive. Arcimoto is one of them. They rely on their ability to go to the stock market to raise money. The point of the stock market is not to make investors rich. It is to provide liquidity for companies and like the owners of the company, like which I understand are shareholders, but like the founding employees and founding investors. But most importantly, liquidity for the company. That is the point of the stock market: liquidity for the company. And when a stock plummets, their ability, first of all, to raise debt, like convertible bonds, becomes next to impossible, because who wants a damn convertible bond on a penny stock? Nobody. Nobody wants a convertible bond on a penny stock. Okay. Arcimoto just came within 4 cents of becoming a penny stock. Under $5 is a penny stock. I know people sometimes think penny stock means like 99 cents and below, but it's $5 and below. Okay. Anyway, your ability to raise capital goes to the pooper when you become a penny stock. And then you run the risk of getting delisted, or I shouldn't say delisted, more real is downlisted to an OTC market. And then your liquidity goes to the pooper as well. Because when you get downlisted, first of all, the first thing that happens is your share price falls like 20, 30%. And the second thing that happens is less people want to lend you money. Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay, so Arrival is almost down a full 20%, folks. It is not stopping. It is just down, 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 down. The VIX is now up 21% to 35. Oh my gosh. Upstart is down 15%. I'm actually surprised that cryptos haven't sold off more at this point, but I don't know if it'll last where they are. Almost 12% on NEO right now. If this keeps going, we're gonna start revisiting the days of the circuit breakers. Oh, is the camera jumping focus between Mario? All right, Mario, you're gonna have to move that. I think that's probably annoying. And he just stands right back up. That thing's actually kind of creepy. Let me see what the suits are saying quickly. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's this? Small towns in the Midwest and South of the U.S. are among the hardest hit by inflation, with consumer prices rising 9% or more, faster even than the red-hot national average of 7%. The state with the most small cities registering inflation of at least 8% is Wisconsin, a place better known for its cheese and factories than high living costs. The second was Texas, where several oil towns experienced a surge in prices towards the end of the year, according to data from Moody's. Ugh. Oh, yeah, bring the Hex guy back so he could remind us to sell on a double. The Hex guy don't like me. I don't think I was mean. He thinks I'm an idiot. All right. I didn't say that about him. Okay, so Supreme Court to weigh banning race in the use of college admissions. Wow. Affirmative action has been a part of America for quite a while. That's big. Sarah Palin tests positive for COVID on eve of New York Times trial. Wealthy teens tout test results colleges no longer require. Oh, like SATs and that. Ooh, Tesla files counter lawsuit in the JP Morgan warrants dispute. Ooh, what did I get a counter sue him for? Wait, I love this. This is juicy. The automaker set in a complaint in federal court in New York that JP Morgan took advantage of an August 2018 tweet by Elon Musk to reduce the strike price of more than 1.9 million warrants it acquired on Tesla shares in 2014. Tesla called the JP Morgan a cynical attempt to reap a windfall from the deal. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I covered that. Somebody's asking, did I sell Thursday or Friday? I sold Friday. Friday, yeah. Oh, wish I sold Thursday. At this point, I wish I sold in December. Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, folks. That's all I could say. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Okay. Arrival is now down 22%. SoFi is now down 12%. Macy's has fallen. It is now only up 4.8%. Ubiquity is now negative. It was positive. Yeah. Okay. The S&P 500 is now down 2.16%. The NASDAQ is down 2.33%. Tesla is down 7.53%. I hate to say it, folks. At this point, I'm just tired of everything bouncing off my lines. I want to draw these lines where I think the prices should be, which is way higher. But unfortunately, I mean, that's ridiculous. That is a double bounce off of that 880 line. And we were talking about it too here. We're like, we're not sure. And you see this live. This is not bullcrap technical analysis where people like do a video after the fact. Have you ever seen those, like the recreation videos? They're like, oh yeah, I knew it was going to do this. And then I knew it was going to do this. And they're like, edit it together. Man, do that shit live. Anyway, Vlad. Yeah, let's look at Vlad. No. Robinhood is down 10%. Almost 11%. Oh my gosh. Voyager Digital is down 17%. Holy crap. Oh, it's so bad. Solana at $83. Oh, I remember it was just 2 days ago where I'm like, oh my gosh, Solana is at $90. Like that's insane compared to where it used to be. Upstart is in a free fall, says someone. Let me see. Oh my gosh, 17%. I swear, if this bounces off this line, I'm just going to vomit. Stop. Okay? No. The line cannot be right again. Stop it. We will come back to that. But no. I'm tired of these lines working. I am sick and tired of it. There, please, fall through it. Jeez, man. Okay, Neo is down 13%. Holy moly. Neo! Kathy Wood. Wait, Kathy Wood bought Xpeng. That's right, not Neo. Xpeng. Oh my gosh, Xpeng's down 10%. Kathy Wood just went crazy buying Xpeng. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh my gosh, Affirm gets upgraded and it's down 10%. That's how bad this is right now. Affirm gets upgraded and it's down. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Tesla. Tesla down 8.2%. Etsy, my favorite baby Etsy, is down 8%. Upstart. Okay, all right. It's breaking right through that one. Okay, good. They can't all be right. VIX is at 35. Oh my gosh. Dude, Arrival. There's no end to it. There's literally no end to it on Arrival. It's now almost down 24%. The S&P 500 is almost down 3%. The Nasdaq's down 2.89. I mean, what are they saying over here?
Negative throughout really the last, I'd say, 50, 60 years between the bond market and the equity market. Are we poised, given the fact that the Fed could potentially hike the most aggressively we've seen in a number of decades? Are we poised to see that correlation shift again?
Morgan, that's a really important question. And thanks for asking that. We have seen periods like from the 70s, 80s into the 90s where when interest rates went up, stocks went down. I mean, we're so used to this current environment where they move in sync with each other. But I think we're likely to continue to see this movement in sync, meaning as rates go up, stocks in general move up as well. And the reason for that is we've moved from a period where when rising interest rates, when rates went up, leading economic indicators went down in the 70s and 80s. And that created a negative correlation between rising rates and a falling stock market. We're not in that environment anymore. Generally, when we're seeing rates move higher, it's because of stronger real growth, and that pulls stocks higher on the outlook for stronger earnings growth. So no, I still think we're generally in an environment where rates are likely to move higher this year, even as inflation slows, but accompanying that is better stock market performance.
Just to take a break here and show where we are, Dow down almost 750. We have lost 4,300 on the S&P. In fact, it's the worst day for the S&P 500 since October of 2020. VIX at a 15-month high as we're getting close to above 37. And I guess, as we wait for the earnings prints this week and the guidance for quarters to come, what is the incentive for companies to do anything but underpromise, given the likelihood that they're not going to get rewarded for it on the tape?
Look, I think most management teams just want to be honest with investors and tell them what they're seeing. And for them, the water's murky as well, right? They can't predict what the Fed is going to do. The outlook for growth for most of these companies is pretty clear in the short term, but it's murky in the longer term. So I think they're going to be completely honest. And it's all about what is in the investors' expectations and what's in the models of the street, both buy side and sell side. And so that's where, really knowing the companies you're invested in will matter.
So finally, I guess just to wrap all of this up, Jeffrey, I mean, on another day that is very ugly, with lots of broad-based selling across all the different averages, all the different sectors right now, your words of wisdom to investors who might be looking at this and saying, oh my gosh, should I put cash on the sidelines right now? Should I be buying gold? Should I be getting out of the equity market? What do I do right now, given how much red we're seeing on the screen? What do you say?
Yeah, great question. The markets are going to be more volatile this year. We widely expect that. I think you want to do three things. One, invest internationally. Rising rates typically accompany outperformance by European stocks compared to the U.S. And within Europe, value stocks over growth. The other thing you want to do is buy buybacks. Firm share buyback announcements were particularly good for share prices in 2021. I think that's probably going to be the case again this year. So look for those companies making buyback announcements. And finally, guard against gluts. This theme of supply shortages in 2021 turning into gluts in 2022, as we're kind of seeing with Peloton, could continue to.
Yeah, the inventory gluts are going to be really bad for sales. And I'm really, really, really worried about guidance on earnings. Dude, okay, look at freaking Upstart. Freaking Upstart is literally rubber banding on that line that we drew a long time ago. That line is at least 6 months old. But look at the SPY. Look at the SPY perfectly bounce off the purple line. This crap's happening live. Like, this is insane. Everything's bouncing off these lines. It's crazy. It's just wild. Yes. Anyway, Yes, I do teach my basic TA in the Stocks and Psychology of Money group. Link down below. Still can't believe my birthday's in 4 days. This is not. I was really hoping for a birthday rally. That's what I was hoping for, like some kind of treat that we would have a birthday rally. Oh my gosh. Come on, look at Arrival. This is insane. It's now candle wicking down even faster. Upstart. Oh my gosh. Ethereum. Yeah. No, Ethereum back under 22 now. BTC is rotating under 33. Oh no. SoFi is almost under $12. Holy moly. Robinhood is now down 12%. It's another 2% down. Oh my. So Dave & Buster's, what's actually interesting is some of these recovery and consumer staple plays are not doing that bad. So why does my birthday always crash the market? Stop. Oh my gosh. That's when we had the Vlad stopping trading last year, January 28th. I'll never forget. Oh, it's dirty. Jeez, man. Okay, so Dave & Buster's down one. See, this is interesting. Starbucks, Dave & Buster's, Target, Whirlpool, Walmart, Cheesecake Factory, AT&T. These guys actually not doing that bad. These guys are down like, 1 to 1.5%. In fairness, Drew is saying, let's see that B-Day trend line. Okay, we drew this B-Day trend line as a hope. It looks so embarrassing. It wasn't a trend line. It was a birthday wish, okay? It was a birthday wish. This is what I wished for. This is what I got. We should just label this hope. Thank you. This is why I can't draw the lines where I want. I have to draw the lines where the TA tells me. It's the TA knows. The TA knows if you're feeding it bullshit. Dude, SoFi's down 14%. Oh my gosh. Coin is at 166. Oh my gosh, look at the acceleration and the candlestick decline. Holy crap. Oh. SPY's holding this purple line, but how long? How long? Oh, Google's back down to its 3% decline. Tesla's still sitting at that 875, so it's not furthering its decline. Affirm, someone says breaking support. Oops, that's not Affirm. Affirm. Let's look at crypto liquidation. I don't even see support here. I have no support. Dude, Robinhood's down 1337. It just gets worse and worse right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Arcimoto, 527. Upstart is at $76. Arrival's at $3.85. Voyager Digital, $6.86. SoFi sub 12. Planet 13's at $2.40. GameStop is at $92. It's sub 100. Oh. Neo's at 24. Oh my gosh. Lemonade sub 26. I wonder, Kathy Wood posts the cost basis. I do wonder what the cost basis was for Xpeng, because I've purposely been trying to stay away from the Asian stocks because I don't trust the Chinese consumer right now. Not because it's their fault, it's their government's fault. XPEV. But I do want to know, when did she start buying XPEV? XPEV, $46 average. Okay. And what do they have in it? They've got $28 million in it. Okay, so it's not like it's huge. But what's XPEV right now? XPEV right now is at 37. Okay. Hippo, $1.80. This is disgusting. This is absolutely a disgusting sell-off. Now, at some point, it has to stop. The question is when. And to me, and I've said this regularly now, I think it's the Fed. It's when the Fed U-turns is when this market U-turns. And I do not think the Fed is going to U-turn this week, January 25th. I hope it does, because this is ridiculous. And the cool thing, the cool thing about stocks is, I think this is a very, very important thing to know about stocks. And this was one of the reasons I sold, is I told myself, look, if I sell, I could just sit around and watch. If I want to buy back in because J Powell U-turns, guess how hard it is for me to buy back in? That's how fast I can buy back in. So let's say 11 a.m. comes around and J Powell's like, we're canceling the rate hikes for 2022, just as an example, right? Who's going to see that first? It's going to be between me and CNBC. You know that. We are so damn fast on those FOMC minutes or meeting notes. And I sincerely believe that if I saw a Fed U-turn, and I could be wrong, but if J Powell comes out with some gorgeous, delicious news on Jan 25, I can just go, no problem, bye. And it'll take me a second. It won't be an issue. Unless I'm in the middle of a brokerage transfer, then I'll get screwed. But otherwise, it should go relatively quickly. Even if you waited a day, like how quick's the market going to go up? It usually takes a few days for the market to start rotating up. Remember that. You go back to 2018, and this is all part of the psychology game, okay? You go back to 2018. The Fed U-turn was not instant. Just take the lessons for a moment. First of all, go to March 23rd of 2020. It took a while to recover, right? Look at 2018. Even though we bottomed over here in December, it still took a while to actually recover. So like even if you bought here, you'd be fine. So you have time when the U-turn comes in. And this is one of the reasons where I thought to myself, like, well, if we keep going down, I'm gonna have time to buy the U-turn. I don't know. Dude. Okay, finally, Arrival seems to have U-turned. No guarantees this is gonna last, but finally, there's oh my gosh, the VIX is at 37. I was talking to a professional investor yesterday, incredible guy. Shout out Tony, and he's like, we could see VIX 50 again. And I'm like, VIX 50 again? When's the last time you've seen VIX 50? Like, I was shocked. And he's like, it's been a while, but it could happen. I'm like, no freaking way. The very next day, the VIX is up like 22%. We're at 37. Still not VIX 50, but it's certainly closer to 50. I mean, I didn't think we'd be knocking on the door of 40 anytime soon. Okay, finally, Arrival is getting dip bought. And so is Upstart. Look at Upstart bounce off that line. Perfect freaking bounce. It did it. You saw it here live. You literally saw it here live. That is insane. That's freaking nutso. That was a perfect line. Third one today. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a bounce, finally. I don't know if it's going to be a head fake again, but QQQ trying to rally a little bit here. I see a comment that BTC is as well. Yes, BTC is as well. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of a U-turn. That's good. Little bit of positivity. Is Tesla going to break over then? And it is. Tesla's trying to break over that 880 line. So a little bit of move up. There we go. Those are some juicy prices. Imagine that, a 1030 bounce. That's interesting. Okay, good. So a little bit of a bounce here. $83 on net. Is it going to last, though? That's the big question. Wow, Lucid went down 5%. Baba. What's Baba doing? Baba's down at 117 again. The big question now is, does it last? Let me go see what the suits are saying while the market determines whether or not it wants to last. And let's go get some notes quickly from L Suits. So the suits... The suits are saying tech and crypto are front and center in today's early sell-off, but under the surface, pain is spreading to more cyclical sectors. While Tesla, Netflix, and other FANG-related stocks are leading the rut, cyclical sectors such as financials, energy, and materials are 3 of the 4 biggest decliners. FANG stock's largest losing streak in a year. Wow. All right, let's take a peek at Bloom, see what we have here on the headlines. Stocks tumble amid wild swings while bonds rally. Is that true? Are bonds starting to move up again? Well, I mean, I wouldn't say rally, but okay, they're up a little bit. Anyway, red hot inflation grips pockets of the Midwest. We talked about this a little bit earlier. 9% inflation in the Midwest. That's insane. Chip stocks swept up in tech rut despite lower valuation and faster growth. Yeah, I mean, the growth rate for the the chip stocks is incredible. If any group should be holding up as well during a sell-off that's ripping through technology stocks, it's semiconductors. Analysts predict chip makers will report strong growth in fourth quarter profits. Yeah, but nobody cares about Q4. We care about guidance. And they're selling at a discount to the NASDAQ. Philadelphia Semiconductor Index is off to its worst start since 2008 as stocks get swept up in fears about rising rates and have weighed on the tech sector. Bulls on the sector say earnings this week from companies like Texas Instrument and Intel Corp could shift the focus back to fundamentals for the group, which remain attractive. Demand is off the charts with everyone from mobile phone makers to car companies struggling to get enough chips. I expect they'll produce good earnings and solid numbers, but that doesn't mean the overall market volatility and gyrations won't take a toll. Yeah, no kidding. A lot of investors are taking any chance they can get to rotate out of tech into more value. This is the problem, folks. This is the problem. The institutions are saying this all freaking day long. A lot of investors are taking any chance they can get to rotate out of tech. Bing frickin' go. That's the sad thing. And that's why usually every rally ends up getting sold. At least that's what the MO has been. Yeah, it's bad. We talked about the Ukraine news. Burnt out Amazon employees are embracing the Great Resignation. Tesla now runs the most productive auto factory in America. Oh, that's cool. I believe that. I think that's really awesome. Okay. Let's go. I need another coffee. Okay, so I got a couple red candlesticks here again on the QQQ. I hope that doesn't continue. Same thing on that on the S&P. Come on, man. Come on. Little pansy market, man. Everybody's afraid of Powell. Look at that. Tesla couldn't break. Couldn't break. Couldn't keep it up. VIX is at almost 30 freaking 8. SARK up 5.7%. Oh, this is terrible. Rivian. Holy smokes. Rivian's at $57. Dude, I got so much hate when I said I'd consider buying this company under $60. I didn't actually think it would go to $60 this fast. It went, I mean, this is a Robinhood chart, guys and girls. Like literally stack Rivian and then look at Hood. It's probably a little faster. But Robinhood's accelerating over here, which is insane. Down 11%. AMC down 11%. It's just devastating. It's just insane. SoFi. SoFi's back over 12. I mean, the fact that it went to 1183 was kind of sad. Coinbase is, where is it? Coinbase, 168. Yeah, sticking out over here. All right. This is insane. Wayfair 139. Got a little spark line to the upside though on Wayfair here. Yeah, look at that. It's trying to move up on the day. Look at this chart though on Wayfair. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It used to go to 300 all the time. This is QQQ right here. Okay. Trying to keep going here. So we'll watch this. I'm gonna take off. Let's see if we can break some of these supports here. Anyway, well, now resistance level. Thank you so much for being here. Check out the programs on Building Your Wealth. Link down below, my friends. We'll see you later.